Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Tirak, and we're playing Starfleet Command 2 Orion Pirates Plus Mod. And we've come off a little bit of a hard luck streak here. The original ship, the USS Green, got schwacked trying to defend a convoy. It was then replaced by the USS Powell, who had a little bit of success trying to fight some Klingons who were doing deep strike raids, but again got ambushed by Orion Pirates and annihilated, and now we've been moved on to the USS Argus, as well as the USS Powell again. However, this Powell is a very different Powell from the frigate leader that we had. It is a police vessel, which is technically classified as a carrier because it's got a couple of fighters. But the Argus is a full-on light cruiser carrier type, so it carries 8 fighters. We've mounted Vulture 2s onto it, which are sort of a fighter-bomber type unit. This is sort of a very different style to what I would normally play. I normally rush for heavy cruisers, but this campaign has been full of quite a few twists and turns, just for the way that I would normally play. Real credit to the mod author for that change in the AIs that he made that really kind of have shaken up what I would consider my normal routine on how to play this. Definitely allowing me to get a wider view of the way that things can go. So the Federation is not doing fantastic in our war. We've lost this planet here. The Klingons have pushed into the neutral zone here, although we have counterattacked down here a little bit. However, the loss of the Powell is, well, first of all on us, but also not good, because it represents a decent amount of firepower. One of the few Federation plasma-equipped weapon vessels. So we're going to have to try and make that up, and we'll use our carriers to try and deal a little bit of damage. I'm thinking about selling the Powell because a police vessel this far out onto the rim is not going to be particularly useful. And I don't think the AI handles fighters very well. I could be wrong. We'll try a mission out with it, sort of see where it goes. But I am planning on getting rid of the Powell. That's a monster. Hey, a test group. And we'll get ourselves stuck into a patrol. And find things, kill them. Oh wow! This is definitely a different little design. Another one of the Fossa designs. That's kind of weird, to be honest. Not sure how I feel about that. But I suppose it will be home until we get something better. Although, look at that speed. We're going to be able to get pretty quick on this thing. Well, I gotta say, the police frigate looks pretty cool. Especially compared to us, with our goofy little top nacelles. Also being supported by the USS C.S. Lewis, which is a CF. Not quite sure, but somewhat of a light cruiser in heavy cruiser form. Only 2 photon torpedoes, so we'll see. We are really booking it though. Speed of 22 while charging all weapons. That's nice. Although our shields do kind of suck. The Green and the Powell both had green shields all around, and we don't. I suppose we're really going to have to let our fighters make up for that. Let's probe this guy, see what he's got. And he's got an anti-missile defense system. That's not good, considering we use fighters. So we're going to skirmish with him at long range. We're going to use our drone launchers here, absorb some of that AMD fire. If he's shooting at that, he's not shooting at our drones, or our fighters. And our fighters are expensive, and drones, not as much. Our police frigate has launched his fighters. And they're kind of getting shot at a lot. So we will launch our fighters, because it looks like his AMD is down for a bit. And they will zip in at a speed of 21. Photon torpedoes from the fighter. Nice. But he's deployed a Wild Weasel shuttle. absorbed all the incoming missiles. I don't know if our fighter drones will go after the Wild Weasel. Nope, they're going to go for the main ship. That went really well. Carrier's not bad, it seems. So, goofy looking ship, but I think it's going to be kind of effective. Astounding victory, but we only got 108 points. Let's see what kind of supply cost that's going to put on us. Oof, 24. How about you? You lost 2 fighters. It'll cost us 16 to replace it with Hawks. I'm going to trade the Powell in. I don't really want to. What kind of ships do we have in the shipyard? If they've got like one of these, I would like a destroyer escort if possible, though. So what we're looking for is DDE or DE. There we are. Destroyer escort, really designed for anti-missile defense there. That would cost us 600. We can't make that, even if we were to sell the Powell. So I guess we will continue to use the Powell as sort of like our front line, shoot at his fighters first so we can get our big fighter bombers to get in there. And we'll increase that number. If our main armament is going to be fighters, we may as well take the Type 1s. We get twice as money, but they deal half the damage. I think the difference is 12 damage on Type 1 missiles and 24 on Type 4s. So if we're just using this to sort of burn up anti-missile defenses, more is better then. This is a decision I would almost never make. Bump up the shields. Give us some more. Oh, yeah. We won't do that. So we'll finish with that. Got to make up some cash before we really start trying to spend on things. That's not good. Let's go to convoy. Interesting. This will pin us to the convoy, but with any luck. MSSL? That's a monster? Wow, that's a lot of frigates. It's 2 frigates and a monster. Not cool. So we're gonna immediately reinforce all. USS Powell. It's such a weak crap ship. Let's punch out the monster first. Now they're actually going to maintain a higher speed than I can go, I believe. 21.5. 23.3. Yeah, they're going to go a little bit faster than me. Get to a range of 30 and I'll start laying in with the missiles. So he's disruptor armed, which is actually not all that scary. Disruptors don't deal a whole ton of damage. Their advantage is that they're accurate out to range. But that also means he doesn't have any way of fighting my fighters. He doesn't have any phasers or point defense weapons. So, very good. Although, Powell, could you please not bomb me? We gotta get back there. Fighters, return to rearm and reload. So the fighters are only good for one pass. And then they gotta come back. Reload, rearm. Okay, got the monster taken care of, and on to these frigates. Here we can see our fighters repairing, rearming, resetting. And we're going to have to try and slot in here, provide some quick defense as fast as we can. Fighters are also really good anti-missile. Probably take a moment to prep a scatter pack. Come on, get in there. Damn it. Okay, so they've got a pretty hefty anti-fighter defense themselves. So if we fight them together, they're going to be in trouble. Our fighter's doing almost fully reloaded. Okay, the scatter pack's not quite ready, but oh, for God's sake. It's not good. Lost 2 of our freighters. There goes the Powell zipping through the melee. Not quite sure what he's gonna accomplish. Okay, we got the one. This came from the Hawks, right? Oh no, that was my scatter pack. Come on, how long until my fighters can recycle? What kind of Marines I got on board? 8. Too many for us to capture. Stop shooting my charge. I already lost 2 of them. Starfleet Command's not going to be happy with me. Zipping around in our little light carrier. Get out there. Go kill me some Klingons. Second fighter group's up. Wasn't needed. So, that went, alright, I guess. Mission incomplete, probably because we lost a couple of freighters. Some of the freighters made it to the destination, however losing so many does not bode well for us. Still made 150 prestige. Hopefully that'll be enough for us to supply and continue to make more. Fighters, we didn't lose any fighters, that's good. $33 cost us with that. And he needs a full recomplement. Keeping the Powell in check here is going to be hard. Escort cruiser would be nice, but it's really meant for bigger groups than just us. Frigate Leader Plus. Is that's within our price range, more or less. Kind of hesitate into buying it. FFD is a drone frigate. That'll cost us to keep the missiles in check. FFGs and improved frigate. Again, the missiles are a problem. But I think keeping him up to date with all his hawks, it's just going to be too difficult to manage. So sell that. Buy that. The USS Richards. And she'll support us in the best way that they can. Let's get back out there. The surprised reverse, and because it's a forfeit accept, I'm guessing we're the one who got surprised. No, we're the ones doing the surprising. So the surprise reverse is a fun mission where we caught them with their pants down. We have an opportunity to kill as many as we possibly can get our hands on. They start in the off position, so we can rush in, cause as much damage as possible, hopefully kill everybody. With a carrier, we might be able to do it. So we're going to prep a scatter pack because we want all the damage we can possibly get out of it. We're going to try and pick the biggest, nastiest looking frigate. And I'm going to guess it's that one. Yeah, look at that. A great angle to look at it from, but again, another one of the not new, but one of the FASA designs brought into the game. Okay, let's pump it up, full speed. One of the nice things about not having heavy weapons that require power is you have so much energy just for moving quickly. That's really important that we get in tight and close real quick to cause as much damage as we can before these guys turn on. Because 5 frigates could ruin our day pretty quick. I do need to check if he's got anti-missile defenses. Those will still be online, which is frustrating. Scatter pack's ready to go. He does. He does not. Okay guys, maybe not shooting at maximum range. Just a thought. The goal here is they will kill him while I try and work on this guy. Dump the scatter pack at a range of about 10. And drop. Overrun him. See if you can't shock some systems offline on him. Good show, boys. Oh, I gotta refine that Klingon ship I was shooting.
We're going in.
Oh, nice. Next.
We're going in.
I thought they only had one load of photons, but it looks like they've got 2. Let the fighters finish off that group. I'll move on to the IKV Watchman. Having fighters is actually really nice. Wrong button. Attack. Attack. And his system is out. We are going to have to replace that fighter, though, which is going to be expensive. Another one. And we're going to return to because these fighters are out of heavy weapons. We know that much. And I think we can probably take them out with just these guys. Come on. Get back in here. 22 on that little thing. That's the surprise reversed. If you're fast enough, you can kill a lot of things. If you're not that fast, it can turn on you pretty roughly. But having that many fighters really kind of helped. And it gave us control of the sector. We got a dart back here. Go to the supply yard. How many fighters did we lose? None, again. Nice. So just replacing our missile complement there. Some shuttles. And we really don't need a whole ton of Marines, I don't think. And having the Richards just sort of giving us backup support here is pretty useful. So go on another patrol with our nice little light carrier. And we're fighting a monster. Fighting two monsters. Being backed up with the MacArthur, which is... I think she's a luxury liner. And there's the C.S. Lewis again from before. I'm assuming it's the C.S. Lewis instead of just the C. Lewis. So, two monsters of unknown type. This rock monster, I believe, is a plasma monster. He will have a ton of plasma torpedoes, and this monster should probably be a disruptor monster. So we probably want to kill them before the C.S. Lewis can get too close, because the AI will probably eat those plasma torpedoes for breakfast, and it'll be bad because we don't want to lose ships. There is a certain amount of persistence in this game, especially in the campaign. So if we lose him, it's a chunk off of the Federation ship score, and we don't want that to happen, especially not with the line as volatile as it is. So plasma torpedoes are labeled. There's type F, G, S, and R. There's also type I, but we're not going to worry about that unless we head over interstellar concordium space. The type F is the smallest, and the type R is the biggest. So that R-type torpedo is monstrously powerful, and if it hits something, it's going to utterly rip it a new one. So we're going to speed up again, get up nice and fast, and get our fighters ready to dump and blast as much as we possibly can. Again, we don't want the C.S. Lewis to be taking a whole heck of a lot of damage, and I've got no idea what the MacArthur is trying to fight. It's a fast luxury liner. And there goes the R-type torpedo. Let's see if that hits. Tell them to attack aggressively. The attack order tells them getting close, use your heavy weapons, blast everything you can. Harass, they'll hang out longer range, try and deal some light damage. Defend me, has them keep close in around you. Good for missile defense and killing other fighters. And defend will also allow me to defend other ships as if they were mine. Gotta admit, little frigate later does look pretty cool. I hope. My fighters are engaging the big evil monster and not that one. Because this one's the dangerous one. Disruptors aren't so bad. Fighters, yeah. Like, I always knew they were powerful, I just never really used them to the point where, well, where they would do that.
Returning now.
Looks like the MacArthur survived. So we'll get our fighters back so they don't get caught in the explosion or nothing. There goes the Richards, another high-speed pass. Good work. Although what happened to my fighters? They just kind of disappeared. I hope that's because the game automatically brings them back into my shuttle bay. Because I have to replace them after such a good mission. That's going to be painful. Supply. Fighters. Yeah, we got to keep them. Okay, so that's going to wrap it up for this episode. Looks like the light carrier was a good idea. Gives us a lot of flexibility. These fighters are, well, pretty powerful for what they do. And with a light escort like the Richards hanging around us, it gives us a lot of flexibility and options. We may pick up another frigate escort. I'm not sure. I would really like to get into heavy cruisers. I do like flying them a lot. But if things keep up this way, we may invest in just another bigger carrier. So, thanks for joining us here. If you like what we're doing, hit that like button and subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next one.